تخت و تاج دو گھڑی کا تھا, دلوں کو آج بھی محبت تجھ سے آج تک ہے. So I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to their elders past, present and future. My name is Fahad Hanif. I'm Digital Director of Auspak Women Association and one of the MCs today.
Shah Hast Hussain, Badshah Hast Hussain, Deene Hast Hussain, Deene Panah Hast Hussain, Sardar Dadad Daste Yazid, Hakke Binai La Ilah Hast Hussain. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon everyone. I am Duresh Shehwar. I am General Secretary of Auspak Women Association and I'm one of the MCs for today's program. Imam Hussain A.S, mankind's greatest martyr, who exposed the true face of terrorism. Today, we have all gathered to remember the message of Hazrat Imam Hussain A.S, who has sacrificed his life for the message of peace and tolerance. We are honored and humbled to have scholars and dignitaries from various faith and fiqh to share the message with us today and reflect upon his teachings.
We would like to begin with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I would like to invite Brother Shah Hussain Sarwari, if you can please come on, it's not a stage, but come to the front and say a few words of Holy Quran.
المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكوات فاعلون.
Come together and make a peace and harmony among the community and build a better Australia. So we started the Panjtan Welfare Association. This organization started in 2012 with aim to help the community and support the community in different aspects from religious, culture, and welfare. So far, we have organized many programs throughout the years, not only helping the people in various different problems such as in youth problems.
fikr sahar Zainab ko شام کا ہوش نہیں فکر سحر زینب کو یاد آتا ہے بس ایک بھائی کا سر زینب کو شام کا ہوش نہیں فکر سحر زینب کو.
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم الحمدللہ رب العالمین والصلاة والسلام علی سید الانبیاء والمرسلین نبی القاسم محمد وآلہ الطاہرین المعصومین المظلومین اما بعد فقد قال اللہ تبارک و تعالی فی کتابہ المبین اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم اجمعین. السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. Good evening ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much کہ آپ سب لوگوں کی آمد سے ہم سب جس مقصد کے لیے یہ سفر اختیار کر رہے ہیں اس کا انجام مجھے بہت خوبصورت نظر آ رہا ہے. I would like to thank first of all Panjtan Welfare Association, especially brother Shamsul Abbas, کیونکہ شمسل عباس اور میرے اس بھائی کا سفر شمس بھائی, this is our 9th year. This is not 8th year. This is our 9th year. We used to collaborate with Shamsul Abbas Panjtan Welfare Association. میں نے different organizations اور different associations کے ساتھ کولیبریٹ کر کے کام کیا ہے, لیکن جتنی مستقل مزاجی اور جتنی اپنائیت, جتنا خلوص مجھے پنجتن ویلفیئر ایسوسیشن کی پوری ٹیم میں نظر آیا, اتنا مجھے کہیں نہیں نظر آیا. جو اسلام کا اصل مقصد ہے, جو اسلام کا سفر جاری و ساری ہے 1400 سال سے, اس میں ایسے لوگ اگر شامل ہو جائیں تو ہم سب اپنے وقت کے امام کو جواب دے سکیں گے. تو ان تمام مجاہدین کے لیے ایک مرتبہ جتنے مومنین بیٹھے ہیں وہ بلند آواز سے درود پڑھتے ہیں. اللہم صلی علی محمد و علی محمد. میں بحیثیت پریزیڈنٹ آسپاک ویمن ایسوسیشن اپنے جتنے بھی ڈگنیٹیز ہیں, جتنے بھی گیسٹ ہیں, میں ان سب کو ویلکم کرتی ہوں, اور میں آپ سب کا تہہ دل سے شکریہ ادا کرتی ہوں. اور آپ سب لوگوں کی آمد سے ہم جو یہ بتانا چاہتے تھے کہ انسان کو بیدار تو ہونے دو, اور قوم پکارے گی ہمارے ہیں حسین, اس میں ہم کامیاب ہوتے ہیں کیونکہ مختلف مذاہب کے لوگ اپنی رائے دیتے ہیں, اسلام کا پیغام عام کرتے ہیں, حسینیت کا مقصد عام کرتے ہیں. تو ہم سب کا یہاں جمع ہونا اس بات کا ثبوت ہے کہ حق و باطل کا وہی مارکہ عہد قدیم گرم دنیا میں بانداز جدید آج بھی ہے.
That has left a lesson for billions. To further reflect upon the teachings of Karbala and Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam, I would like to call upon Qibla Kaaba Janab Maulana Allama Ejaz Hussain, who's here with us from Norway, Imam Raza Center. He has been here during this month of Muharram, and we would request Maulana Sahab to share his reflections and reflect further upon the teachings of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Thank you so much, sir.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا ومعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بالله أن يحضرون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وهو خير الناصر ومعين. قال الإمام الصادق عليه السلام وبذل مهجته فيك ليستنقذ عبادك من الجهالة وحيرة الزلالة. آپ تمام سامعین کو کانفرنس یوم حسین میں دل کی گہرائیوں سے خوش آمدید کہتا ہوں. جس طرح کہ ہر سال ماہ محرم الحرام کے ایام میں اس دن کا انعقاد کرتے ہیں اور اس پلیٹ فارم سے ہم دنیا والوں کو جو پیغام دیتے ہیں وہ پیغام انسانیت ہے. بہت سی مختصر اور جامع معنی گفتگو چند منٹ میں کچھ معروضات اور مطالب آپ کی خدمت میں عرض کروں گا. تمام ادیان میں, مذاہب میں جو چیز مشترک پائی جاتی ہے, یعنی اس سے کوئی فرق نہیں پڑتا کہ کون مسلمان ہے, کون یہودی ہے, کون ہندو ہے, اور جس کا کسی بھی مذہب یا دین سے تعلق ہو, लेकिन एक चीज जो तमाम अदियान और मज़ाहिब में पाई जाती है वो ये है कि हर इंसान हक को पसंद करता है।
और बच्चों, dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I deliberately greet you as brothers and sisters. I am a Christian, you are Muslim, and Hindu, Sikh. If you believe popular stereotypes or extremists within our own ranks, we are enemies. But if you know the deep truths of our religions, we are sisters and brothers. We are all creatures of the one God who is the creator of us all. So we are all sisters and brothers. We are all descendants of Adam and Eve. So we are all sisters and brothers. We are all members of the one human race, sharing the same DNA. So we are all sisters and brothers. We are all believers in the one God, although we articulate our beliefs differently. Yet we are all sisters and brothers. We will all be held accountable for our actions in this life to the one merciful judge. So we are all sisters and brothers. I've been asked to speak on the timeless teachings and life lessons of Imam Hussain A.S. As a Christian who has studied Islam, I know the basics, but you know his teachings and life lessons better than I do. So I really have nothing to offer you on this topic. However, during this sacred month of Muharram, you are commemorating the martyrdom of Imam Hussain. As a Christian, I would like to share with you about the martyrdom of a central figure in the Christian tradition, which will hopefully strengthen the bonds of brotherhood and sisterhood between us. I wish to speak of the death of Jesus. I know that Muslims do not accept that Jesus died on the cross, so I beg your indulgence. For Muslims, God is almighty, all-powerful. Therefore, neither God nor God's messenger could possibly fail. Suffering an ignominious death such as the cross would contradict God's absolute sovereign power and majesty. According to Muslims, God raised Jesus to a place of safety from his enemies, from where he will return to inaugurate the end times. For Christians, the death of Jesus is not the end of his story, for he passes through death to resurrection. Because his death is overturned in resurrection, it is not failure, but victory. God is indeed victorious.
And 2 weeks back in his school, there is a church also. That time, one lady came from the Islamic background and we shared a lot of things. She was from Iraq, and what things we missing in our life. Everyone is missing that things, that's happiness. And how come we can bring this happiness in our life? Only on humility. Once you love to the human, once you love yourself, then you are not going to hate everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing such beautiful messages with all of us. We have limited time and we have so many great speakers and scholars with us today in this hall. So I without further wasting another minute, I would like to call upon Pastor Siddiq Paul sir to come on the stage and share their reflections on this peace conference and the message of tolerance. Thank you so much, Pastor sir.
Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge that these lands are the traditional meeting place of the biomedical people of the Darat clan. It's okay, isn't it? You can hear you. Who have gathered here for 50,000 years, and I pay my respect to their elders past, present, and emerging. My name is Samir Pandey. I'm the Lord Mayor of City of Parramatta. And can I acknowledge Maulana Izaz for your very wise words. Very pleased to hear what you said. Some of the words I probably could not understand, but I got the gist of it, I got the meaning of it, I got the intent of it. And they were true, I think if we can only practice what you have just said among all of us, we'll have a much better community and society. So thank you for sharing those words of wisdom. It's wonderful to join all of you this afternoon at the IMAM HUSSAIN Peace Conference, which pays tribute to the noble figure who 1400 years ago selflessly saved humanity. Thanks to Shafaq ji, Auspak, and everyone who is involved in organizing this event. It is appreciated, it is really required in our community. Can I acknowledge all the dignitaries here who are here, and Pandit ji, thank you for joining. Patrick, thank you very much, and Abbas ji, and everyone else here for your presence as well. Prophet Muhammad's grandson Hussain is an example that one man can stand against an army. And as Maulana ji said, and I made some note, Insaf, Adalat and Haq. Whenever we get chance to make some sacrifices in whatever scale, small or big, we should not hesitate to make those sacrifices to keep Insaf, Adalat and Haq. I think it's on us now. We should be grateful about where we live today. Australia is a beautiful country, harmonious, peace-loving. And if there is an opportunity, if there is a gap where we should intervene and make our community even more closer and peaceful, we should not miss that opportunity. Prophet Muhammad's grandson Hussain gave his life to inspire those after him who overthrew the abusive Umayyad dynasty. Just as those who lived in the 7th century were inspired by Hussein's stand, so are the millions today who pay homage to Hussain for his stand and mourn his death. People from all around the world visit the grave of Hussain in Karbala to pay their respects. This conference promotes cultural understanding, spirituality, peace, and unity. City of Parramatta, which is, if you're not aware, is just the next council here, is one of the most diverse local government area in the country. We have a very significant Muslim population, making 5.5% of the population in the LGA. City of Parramatta is also the most diverse LGA in the country, where 58% of our population is born overseas. We value the range of Muslim groups and businesses who make up our constituents and make unique contribution to our social, economic, and cultural fabric. We respect and embrace the cultural distinction of all who are drawn to live, work, invest, and visit our beautiful city. We promote peace, harmony, and unity within our communities. It's events like this that provide a unique experience through scholarly lectures, discussions, and exhibitions. They gather people from all walks of life to bring life and meaning to the place and community that we live in. I also want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the work of Shafaq ji and your organization in a number of areas. Abbas ji, your organization, and a number of organizations, leaders of organizations who are here, for your work in the community. Without the efforts and selfless service that you provide, we will not have the community that we have today. So thank you for all the work that you do as well through your organizations. Kofi Annan once said that we may have different religions, different languages, different color, skin, but we all belong to one race, and that is the human race. One of our main objectives for all of us in our life is, you mentioned about love, but also about peace. That we all want peace in some way or form. In some cases, we want to achieve peace, peace with God, peace within oneself, peace with the creation of God. By submitting ourselves to God and accepting His guidance. We can also quote that if there has to be peace in the world, there must be peace within the nations. If there is to be peace within the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace within the cities, there must be peace between the neighbors. If there is to be peace between the neighbors, there must be peace at home. And if there has to be peace at home, there must be peace within ourselves, within our heart. So if we want global peace, it starts from us.
I acknowledge that we are on barrack land, and when we are talking peace, we are talking haq and insaf. So I think we should be talking the right for the regional people of this land. And there's a vote coming in the parliament, and I think I will appeal everybody that they should be supporting that. So that's the first thing. इससे I think इमाम साहब को भी बहुत सुकून मिलेगा कि हम हक की बात कर रहे हैं. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपसे आके. I think this is 9th year और हाथ बार आते हैं तो कभी बार मजबूरी भी होती है, लेकिन हम शफीक जी को ना नहीं कर सकते, हम आना पड़ता है. थैंक यू जी, बहुत अच्छा. सभी को बहुत बहुत प्यार मेरी तरफ से. आई थिंक लेक्चर तो बहुत हो गया, पॉल साहब ने सारा टाइम मेरा भी ले लिया शायद, लेकिन मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि
मैं पंजाबी हैं तो
जब हक की बात और इंसाफ की बात हो तो कभी भी कोई गलत हो रहा है तो हमें बोलना चाहिए. आई थिंक जब स्वीडन में कुरान का बर्निंग का हुआ, सभी ने आवाज उठाई, मैंने भी उठाई, मैंने भी लेटर लेकर के बेसी को भेजा था. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द वे फॉरवर्ड. कुछ भी गलत हो रहा है तो बोलना चाहिए. तो इसी के साथ ही मैं ज्यादा नहीं आज कुछ कहूंगा, और आइंदा ब्लैकटन काउंसिल की तरफ से मैं आपको इस दिन के लिए जो ऑर्गेनाइजर है उनको मैं धन्यवाद कर रहा हूँ. और कुछ भी हमारे लायक हो, आई थिंक सुनील पांडे बोर्ड कह रहे हैं ब्लैकटन मल्टी कल्चरल है, ब्लैकटन पैरामाटा का, लेकिन ब्लैकटन को कोई बीट नहीं कर सकता. बिगेस्ट सिटी है और 188 नेशनैलिटीज. हमारी लाइब्रेरी, कभी लाइब्रेरी में करो ब्लैकटन में तो वहाँ भी, और शायद वहाँ कुरान की ट्रांसलेशन भी कई लैंग्वेज में पड़ी है. तो कुछ भी कहिए हो तो आइए, तो कुछ हमें सजेस्ट भी कीजिए और कुछ और चाहिए तो लाइब्रेरी में कभी करते हैं तो मिलके आओ. चलो हम भी आपके साथ लगते हैं. अब्बास भाई, ही इज अवर लीडर देयर, तो सभी कुछ जो भी कहेंगे हम उनके साथ हैं, तो हम आपका पूरा सपोर्ट भी करेंगे. सो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जी. तो मुझे भी कहीं और भी जाना है, तो पाल साहब थैंक यू वेरी मच मेरा टाइम लेने के लिए. तो थैंक यू.
बड़ी मेहरबानी सर जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. सत श्री अकाल.
बट एक चीज़ जो मेरी नज़र में वो मैंने यहाँ पे इसके ऊपर कंसंट्रेट की, वो ये है कि अफसोस के साथ ये कहना पड़ता है कि इमाम हुसैन अलैहिस्सलाम को सब कबूल करते हैं, लेकिन जो अमेजिंग है, जो मेरे लिए स्ट्रेंथ हैं, वो ये है कि इस टेक्नोलॉजी के दौर में वाई वी आर नॉट रिसर्चिंग द फैक्ट वे. अब मेरी इंग्लिश सही नहीं है ज़्यादा, मैं इस तरह से कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि आजकल इंग्लिश भी सीख लूँ, अपनी स्पीकिंग पावर भी इसको सही करूँ. यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ याददाश्त की है कि पीस कॉन्फ्रेंस का मतलब ये है कि सब आकर अपने नज़रियात को बयान करें. एवरी पर्सन टू पॉइंट आउट देयर व्यूज़ अबाउट इमाम हुसैन अलैहिस्सलाम. बट द मेन थिंग इज़ द वेरी वेरी नेसेसरी अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, जो इमाम हुसैन ने उस 1400 साल पहले भी कहा था कि इन्नमा खरजतु लितलबिल इस्लाह फी उम्मती जद्दी, मैं अपनी उम्मत की जद की इस्लाह के लिए क़याम कर रहा हूँ। अब यहाँ पे पैट्रिक साहब ने भी कहा, यहाँ पे दूसरे जो हमारे पंडित जी साहब हिंदू से जो हमारे मसीह बरादरान से, यहाँ एक ब्रैकेट में पहले ये कहूँ कि आपने जो कहा कि मक्का से लेकर पता नहीं जो एजाइलम नहीं है, ईरान में तकरीबन 4 मिलियन एजाइलम है ईरान में। और इसी तरह पाकिस्तान, जिस तरह खुद पाकिस्तान अफगानिस्तान से जो आए हैं, तकरीबन 5 से 6,000 यानी 6 मिलियन रिफ्यूजीज पाकिस्तान में ज़िंदगी कर रहे हैं। हाँ यस, ये इस तरह से नहीं है कि नो ईरान आल्सो इन यहूदी एंड मसीही। और दूसरी बात ये कि जब हम किसी कुरान के बारे में बात करते हैं, जिस तरह हमारे भाई ने बात की, आयात कुरानी की आपने तोज़ी दी, देयर इज ए स्पेसिफिक वे टू एक्सप्लेन द आयात, नो एनी पर्सन टू अलाउ to explain the ayah verses of the Quran, the verses of the फलान आयत। ये हर कोई नहीं कर सकता कि आयत कुरान की किसी भी टेबल से, किसी भी स्टेट से जाकर आप उसकी तफसीर करें, ये इजाज़त नहीं है। एक बात। दूसरी बात ये है मेरी कि अब यहाँ पे ईसाई भी हैं, पैट्रिक साहब भी हैं, दूसरे मज़ाहिब, उन्होंने पीस के ऊपर उन्होंने बात की। उन्होंने कहा इमाम हुसैन इज़ ए ग्रेट मैन, लेकिन जो नुक्ता मेरी नज़र में है वो ये है कि व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पीस। द मैसेज ऑफ द इमाम हुसैन, नो अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, आफ्टर 14,000 दैट सुन्नी, क्रिश्चियनिटी, मसीहियत, यहूदियत, जेसूस इस तरह से है, और हिंदू, they are, it's my point of view today. I want to message to you that we should start seriously research about the Islam. Imam Hussain sacrificed himself and his families, and Mr. Patrick also said that Imam Hussain is good. Mr. Sadiq Saab, the Panjat, all of them. But why we are not accept the Imam Hussain, his faith?
We are always meeting in traditional land, and this land is and will always be an indigenous land. I acknowledge the mayor for Paramara and the other councillor that I've just left, and our chef from Norway. We met last year, and I said at the same conference last year that a lot of what I've been shared today, we had the peace message from Imam Hussain. It's actually it's embodied in the Australian values. And we know we live in a country that accepts many people from many parts of the world. Australia is a nation built with migration. And the Minister Giles, acknowledged that recently. And I just wanted to bring to your attention that the Minister recently announced the Multicultural Review Program. And if you haven't got it, please go to the website, look for the review, and put your submission. I'm pretty sure Auspak, Panjtan and other organizations will do that. This framework review looks at ensuring that we're taking more than Australia. We know Australia has many nations, more than 200 nationalities in Australia, and this will continue to grow. We are a welcoming society, and we value freedom, and I think that's what the Sheikh talked about. We value justice, we value peace, and we want to continue that peace message in Australia. As a community liaison team, we are open to you all. Please reach out through Safa and through Shams. Please do reach out to our team. We are here for you. We will ensure that you get to meet, if it's the minister you want to talk to, you put your proposal to us, and we will try our best to get you that access. Our aim is to ensure that communities' voices are heard.
From the community, peace be with each and every one of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I would like to wholeheartedly thank the Panjtan Welfare Association Australia, alongside the Auspak Women Association, for organizing the Imam Hussain Peace Conference. I pray to God that you and your community will continue to persevere with love, creativity, and diligence in sharing the universal teachings of Imam Hussain within our multicultural Australian society and for the world at large. I will be very quick, and I thank each and every guest speaker for generously sharing the message of Imam Hussain in their own language, in their own faith, in their own tradition and life experience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty God, in the Holy Quran mentions in chapter 17, verse number 17, Surah Al-Isra, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Indeed, we have honored and dignified the children of Adam. God did not mention, and we have honored the children of Islam, or the children of Christianity, or the children of the Arabs. God mentioned, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, the children of Adam. Imam Hussain alayhi salam stood up to protect and preserve this particular message of God for his community and for future generations. One of our Imams pays tribute to his grandfather Hussain ibn Ali and describes him as the successor of all the prophets and the virtuous leaders of humanity. Assalamu alayka ya waritha Adam safwatillah. O Hussein, peace be with you, for you are the successor of Adam. Assalamu alayka ya waritha Nuhin nabiyillah. Peace and blessings be upon you, for you are the successor of Noah. And then he goes on to Prophet Abraham and Prophet Moses and Jesus Christ, peace be upon them all, until he reaches the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his progeny. So Imam Hussain alayhi salam is the successor of all the great leaders of humanity, and is not an individual who is not connected to everything before him. This is a very important point. Now, what is the takeaway message today? I wanted to very briefly focus on the power of dialogue and communication in the legacy of Hussain ibn Ali. When you look at the Holy Quran, God practices dialogue in a very fair, equal and beautiful manner. I published an article.
समर के दिन हैं, दुखी दिलों की दुआएं सुन ले, मलंग मस्तों को चैन दे दे, हसब नसब का ख्याल करके मेरे खुदा बांट दे तू मरातिब, यजीदियों को यजीद दे दे, हुसैनियों को हुसैन दे दे। हुसैनियत जिंदाबाद।